Well, hey, everybody, welcome to day 12 of walking through the Gospel of Mark together. We're here in Townsville in one of my favorite spots in Townsville. It's just beautiful today. And we're going to be in chapter 3, verses 20 through 35. So, kind of for us, kind of a long section. And there's two themes going on here. It kind of starts in one place, moves to another one, and kind of comes back. And it starts off, it says, one time Jesus entered a house and the crowds began to gather. And it says, his family, there's like all these crowds, and Jesus is teaching and is doing all his thing. And it says, when his family heard what was happening, they tried to take him away. He's out of his mind, they said. Fast forward to starting verse 31. It says, then Jesus' mother and brother came to see him. They stood outside and sent word for him to come out and talk with him. There was a crowd sitting around Jesus, and someone said, your mother and your brothers are outside asking for you. So Jesus is faced with a real quandary, a real problem. His mom and his brothers are saying, get out of here. Like, you're making a fool of yourself. You're crazy. Whatever you're teaching, whatever you're purporting to be, like, you're not that thing. They're showing a lack of faith in him. They're showing a lack of trust in what God is doing. And it's got to be hurtful for Jesus to have his own mother and his own brothers. I mean, his mom knows that he's special. She was the Virgin Mary. Like, she knows how special he is. And she's calling him crazy, and she's trying to dissuade him from doing what he's doing. And so Jesus is put in this situation. Do I honor my mom? Do I honor my family? Or do I stay on mission with what I'm trying to do? And he says, who is my mother? Who are my brothers? And he looked at those around him, so the disciples. And he said, look, these are my mother and brothers. Anyone who does God's will is my brother and sister and mother. And he makes a really hard decision. At this point, he's been tempted by Satan himself. He's been tempted by the Pharisees. He's been tempted to do everything but what he was on mission to do, by everybody. And finally, he actually gets his own mom and his own brothers questioning him and trying to get him to stop. And he's saying, you know what? These disciples of mine, the ones who are listening to my Father, these are my brothers and my sister and my mother. These are the ones that I'm going to be with. They are closer to me than my own blood, and I'm going to walk with them. And that was a really hard decision to make. And I know for a lot of us as Christians, like, there comes a time when your own family looks at you like you're crazy. They think you're a nut. They think you're religious. They think you're in a cult or whatever. But if you're a Christian, if you're a biblical Christian, there's going to come a time when people look at you like you're crazy, and you've got to make a decision to follow after what God's saying, not what man is saying to you, even if they're people who love you, even if they're people who are related to you. So if you're in that situation, I just pray that God would give you grace and you'd be able to make the decision to follow Jesus no matter what is coming against you. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.